Hello everyone, and welcome back to StoryWise. Today, we are diving into a topic that is quietly sabotaging your potential and stealing the life you were meant to live. We're talking about laziness. On the surface, laziness looks harmless. It doesn't shout. It doesn't cause immediate pain. It feels like a cozy blanket on a cold morning. But make no mistake, laziness is a thief. It steals your hours, drains your energy, and eventually, it murders your future. You know the voice. It says, "I'll start tomorrow." It whispers, "Just 5 more minutes of scrolling." It promises, "I'll do it when I feel more motivated." Slowly, almost invisibly, your dreams begin to fade into the background. Laziness isn't just a bad habit. It is a mental prison that keeps you locked in place. If you don't learn to master it, it will master you. But I have good news for you today. The prison doors are unlocked. You have the power to step out. You can reclaim your discipline, sharpen your focus, and become the person you've always wanted to be. In this video, we are going to explore powerful, life-changing lessons that will help you execute your goals instantly. Remember, your future isn't shaped by the plans you make in your head. It is built by the actions you take with your hands. Stay with us until the very end. This could be the exact moment you stop delaying your life and start living it. And here's a bonus for you. By watching this, you aren't just working on your mindset, you are improving your English. The more you listen to these concepts, the more natural the language becomes. As your understanding grows, so does your confidence. If you are ready to grow your life and your language skills, hit that subscribe button and let's begin this journey together. Lesson 1. Realize that laziness is a sophisticated lie. The first step to defeating laziness isn't to work harder. It's to see through the illusion. You need to understand a fundamental truth. Laziness is not real. It feels real, doesn't it? It feels like a heavy weight in your limbs. It feels like a genuine lack of energy. But in reality, laziness is usually a story your mind tells you to keep you safe from effort. Have you ever noticed a strange pattern? When it's time to study a difficult subject or work on a complex project, you suddenly feel exhausted. Or feel a desperate need for a nap. But the moment you decide to stop working and pick up your phone, that exhaustion disappears. You can scroll through social media for 3 hours without yawning. You can watch a movie or play a game with perfect focus. What happened to your fatigue? It didn't vanish, it was never there. Your energy didn't leave you. Your mind simply avoided the discomfort of hard work. Laziness is not a lack of energy. It is a lack of willingness to do difficult things. Your brain is biologically wired for survival, not for success. It wants to keep you comfortable. It craves instant gratification, that quick hit of pleasure from a snack, a video, or a nap. Work, however, requires delayed gratification. It requires focus, discipline, and the willingness to be uncomfortable. Because your brain views effort as a threat to your comfort, it creates a perfect excuse. Do it later. If you listen to that voice once, it's a mistake. If you listen to it every day, it becomes your identity. Laziness doesn't destroy your life in a single explosion. It's more like a slow leak in a boat. You miss one workout, nothing happens. You waste one afternoon, it feels fine. You ignore one opportunity, you don't feel the loss yet. But as the days turn into months and the months into years, you eventually look around and realize you are miles away from where you should be. To break this cycle, you must stop believing the lie. When your brain says, "I don't feel like it," you must recognize that as resistance. Resistance is the force that appears right before you do something great. It is the gatekeeper of growth. Action creates energy. Most people wait for the spark of motivation before they move. They have it backward. Motivation is the result of action, not the cause of it. When you start moving, your blood flows. When you start working, your brain engages. When you complete a small task, your dopamine rises. Don't wait to feel ready. Start, and the readiness will follow. Imagine your day today. You have a task you've been avoiding. Your mind is already preparing the excuses. Instead of debating with yourself, just move your body. Pick up the pen. Open the laptop. Every time you act in the face of resistance, you weaken the habit of laziness. Every time you delay, you feed the monster. Repeat this to yourself. Laziness is an excuse, not a reality. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. It doesn't exist. Take action now, even if it's small, even if it's messy. The moment you move, the lie of laziness begins to die. Lesson 2. The power of starting before you are ready. If you want to truly kill laziness, you have to shatter one of the most common myths in the world. The idea that you need motivation to start. Most people are waiting. They are waiting for the right mood, the right weather, or the perfect alignment of the stars. They say, "I'll start my business when I have more money," or "I'll learn English when I have more free time." But here is the cold, hard truth. That perfect moment is a ghost. You will never find it. If you wait until you feel 100% ready, you will be waiting for the rest of your life. Success belongs to the people who are brave enough to start, while they are still afraid, still tired, and still unprepared. You don't need to feel ready to start. You need to start so that you can become ready. Think back to a time you finally finished a big project. Remember the hour before you started. You probably felt sluggish. You probably looked for every distraction possible. But once you forced yourself to do the first 10 minutes, something shifted. You entered a state of flow. Your mind sharpened. You forgot about your phone. This is called momentum. Momentum is the most powerful weapon against laziness. Once a wheel starts turning, it takes very little effort to keep it moving. But getting it to turn that first inch, that requires everything you've got. This is why the beginning is always the hardest part. It's where the friction is highest. Laziness knows this. It will try to kill your dreams in the first 5 minutes of your day. To beat this, use the 5-minute rule. When you feel the heavy weight of laziness, don't tell yourself you have to work for 3 hours. Tell your brain, "I'm just going to do this for 5 minutes. After that, I can stop." Your brain will agree because 5 minutes isn't threatening. But once those 5 minutes are up, the starting friction is gone. You're already in the chair. You're already focused. More often than not, you'll keep going. Stop looking for the right feeling. Feelings are like the weather, they change every hour. If you build your life based on how you feel, you will be inconsistent. But if you build your life based on your commitments, you will be unstoppable. Progress is more important than comfort. Even a slow, imperfect start is infinitely better than a perfect delay. Every time you start without feeling like it, you are building a new identity. You are becoming a person of action. Lesson 3. The war between discipline and comfort. If you truly want to kill laziness once and for all, you must understand a powerful, uncomfortable truth. Your greatest enemy is not laziness itself. Your greatest enemy is comfort. Comfort is a seductive trap. It feels warm, it feels easy, and it feels safe. But comfort is the place where dreams go to die. Most people choose comfort automatically, without even thinking about it. They choose to sleep an extra hour instead of waking up to work on their passion. They choose to scroll through social media instead of reading a book that could change their perspective. They choose easy entertainment over productive effort. Slowly, this preference for comfort becomes a lifestyle, a dangerous one. The more you choose comfort, the harder it becomes to take any form of action. You see, comfort and growth are two forces that cannot exist in the same space at the same time. If you want to stay comfortable, you must accept that you will stay exactly where you are. If you want to grow, you must be willing to step into the cold, sharp air of discomfort. This is the ultimate rule of life. Every time you face a task that requires effort, your mind presents you with a fork in the road. Option 1 is comfort. Stay exactly where you are. Do it tomorrow. Take it easy today. You've had a hard week. Option 2 is discipline. Do it now. Stay focused. Finish what you started, regardless of how you feel. Every single day, you are making this choice. If you choose comfort, your laziness grows stronger, like a muscle that is being fed. But if you choose discipline, your character grows stronger. Many people think discipline is about being a robot or forcing yourself to do things you hate. But that's a misunderstanding. Discipline is about training. In the beginning, it feels like a heavy weight. Waking up early feels like a physical struggle. Working without checking your phone feels like a mental battle. Avoiding easy pleasures feels like a loss. But if you repeat the choice of discipline, something miraculous happens. Your mind adapts. Your threshold for discomfort rises. What once felt hard starts to feel normal. And what once felt normal, like wasting 4 hours on a Friday night, starts to feel uncomfortable. That is the moment of true transformation. That is when laziness loses its grip on your soul. Imagine this. You wake up early even when your body screams for the snooze button. You start your work even when your mind is screaming for a distraction. You stay focused even when the world is calling for your attention. Day by day, you aren't just getting work done. You are building mental toughness. You are gaining control over the most powerful tool in the universe, your own mind. And when you control your mind, you control your destiny. Let's be honest. Comfort is temporary. It feels good for 30 minutes, but it leaves you with hours of regret. You feel good when you delay your English practice, but later that night, you feel the sting of guilt. On the other hand, discipline is hard in the moment, but it creates a lifetime of pride. You feel strong after finishing a difficult chapter. You feel confident after staying focused for 2 hours. You feel satisfied because you did what you said you were going to do. So, ask yourself right now, do you want temporary comfort or long-term success? You cannot have both. Stop asking, what is easy? And start asking, what is right for my future? This single question will act as a compass for your decisions. Remember this. Every time you choose comfort, you choose weakness. Every time you choose discipline, you choose growth. Don't follow the path of least resistance. Choose the path of the most growth. This is how you win the war against laziness, by choosing discipline over comfort, every single time. Lesson 4. Mastering your time and energy. To effectively kill laziness, you must realize that it isn't just a mindset problem. It is a management problem. Many people complain, I don't have enough time, or I'm just too tired to do anything. But if we look closely at their lives, we see a different story. They don't lack time. They lack a plan. They don't lack energy. They are simply leaking it in the wrong places. Think about this deeply. Every human being on this planet, from the most successful CEO to the person struggling to get off the couch, has the exact same 24 hours. The difference lies in how those hours are guarded. Imagine your typical morning. You wake up and immediately reach for your phone. You spend 40 minutes scrolling through news, memes, and other people's lives. By the time you actually get out of bed, Your mental energy is already depleted. You've consumed so much useless information that your brain is already tired before you've even started your day. Your focus is fragmented. And because you feel mentally drained, you tell yourself you are too lazy to work. The problem wasn't laziness. The problem was that you gave away your best energy for free to an algorithm. If you control your time, you control your life. You must become the gatekeeper of your own attention. Time is your only non-renewable resource. You can make more money, but you can never make more minutes. Once a Tuesday afternoon is gone, it is gone forever. Energy is not just about how much sleep you got. It is about mental clarity, constant distractions, loud environments, and unnecessary information act like background apps on a phone. They drain your battery without you even using them. To kill laziness, you must protect your energy. Here are the StoryWise steps to mastering your resources. Start with purpose. Never begin your day with a screen. Begin with an action. Move your body, drink water, and tackle your most difficult task first. Your morning energy is your peak energy. Don't waste it on emails or social media. Use it to build your dream. Plan the night before. If you wake up without a plan, you will default to laziness. Your brain will always choose the easiest thing to do unless you've already decided on the hardest thing. Write down 3 non-negotiable tasks. When you have direction, your mind finds focus. Eliminate the energy leaks. Be brutally honest. How much time do you spend on things that provide zero value to your growth? You don't have to quit everything, but you must reduce it. Every minute you save from mindless scrolling is a minute you can use to master a new language or a new skill. Work in focused blocks. Don't try to work for 5 hours straight. That is an invitation for laziness to creep in. Instead, work with 100% focus for 25 or 50 minutes, then take a real break away from a screen. This keeps your mental battery charged throughout the day. Your physical health also dictates your mental laziness. If you feed your body junk and never move, your brain will feel foggy. A strong body supports a sharp mind. Sleep properly, eat for fuel, and stay active. When your physical energy is high, laziness has no place to hide. Now, imagine a life where you wake up with a clear goal. You know exactly what you need to do, and you have the energy to do it. You don't feel heavy or sluggish because you aren't wasting your power on distractions. You are no longer a victim of your circumstances. You are the master of your time. Remember, if you don't control your time and energy, laziness will control your life. Respect your time. Protect your energy. Use your day with intention. The more control you exert over your hours, the less power laziness has over you. Lesson 5. Building a no-excuse mindset. If you are serious about killing laziness, you must go to war with one specific thing: the excuse. Laziness does not survive on a lack of talent. It does not survive on a lack of opportunity. It survives on the stories you tell yourself about why you can't act right now. Every time you push a task to later, there is an excuse attached to it. Every time you avoid a challenge, your mind provides a logical reason. I'm too tired today. I don't have the right tools yet. I'll start on Monday when the week is fresh. I'm just not in the right headspace. These sentences sound reasonable. They sound like the truth. But at StoryWise, we call them what they really are: lies that feel comfortable. They are the shields your brain uses to protect you from the pain of effort. But while they protect your present comfort, they are actively demolishing your future success. Your mind is an expert at justification. It can make a nap sound like self-care, and procrastination sound like waiting for the right inspiration. But if you accept these justifications day after day, you develop a victim mindset. You begin to believe that your life is happening to you, rather than being built by you. Responsibility is the ultimate antidote to laziness. When you take 100% responsibility for your actions and your inactions, you take back your power. A no-excuse mindset doesn't mean your life is easy or perfect. It means you stop using your struggles as a reason to quit. Think about two different people facing a rainy morning. The first person says, "I can't go for my run because it's raining. I'll get sick." The second person says, "It's raining, so I'll have to run in a jacket, but I'm still going." Same rain, different result. One used the circumstance as an exit ramp. The other used it as a hurdle to jump over. Here is how you build this mindset. Start being brutally honest with yourself. The next time you feel the urge to delay a task, whether it's practicing your English, vocabulary, or finishing a report, stop and ask yourself, is this a legitimate physical limitation? Or is this just an excuse? 90% of the time, you will realize it is an excuse. Once you name it, it loses its power. You can't be fooled by a lie once you know it's a lie. Also, watch your language. Stop saying, "I have to study." Start saying, "I choose to study." "I have to" makes you a prisoner of your schedule. "I choose to" makes you the captain of your soul. When you choose your work, you feel a surge of internal strength. You are no longer being forced. You are deciding to grow. Every time you break a promise to yourself, your self-esteem drops a little lower. You stop trusting your own word. But every time you do exactly what you said you would do, especially when you don't feel like it, your confidence skyrockets. You start to see yourself as a closer, someone who finishes things. This is how you build a powerful identity. Remember, excuses make today easy but tomorrow painful. Discipline makes today hard but tomorrow powerful. Catch your excuses, call them out, and replace them with immediate action. Lesson 6. The law of daily action. The secret to killing laziness isn't found in one massive explosion of effort. It's found in the quiet, repetitive habit of daily action. Many people make the mistake of relying on intensity. They get inspired by a video, work for 12 hours straight on a Sunday, and then do absolutely nothing for the rest of the week. By Wednesday, the laziness has returned because they broke their momentum. At StoryWise, we believe in a different path. Consistency over intensity. Laziness grows in the gaps. It grows in the days you skip. It thrives in the off moments when you tell yourself, one day off won't hurt. But one day off often turns into two, and two turns into a month. To keep laziness dead, you must keep the engine running every single day. Think of your progress like a fire. If you put a huge log on the fire once a week, it will burn out. But if you add small sticks every single day, the fire stays hot, bright, and powerful. Real growth is steady. If you improve your English by just 1% every day, you won't notice much tomorrow. But in a year, you will be a completely different person. Small actions, repeated daily, create compound interest in your life. This is how ordinary people achieve extraordinary things. They simply refuse to have a 0 day. What is a 0 day? It's a day where you do absolutely nothing toward your goals. To kill laziness, you must make a pact with yourself. No more 0 days. Even if you are exhausted, even if the day was a disaster, do one small thing. Read 1 page. Learn 5 English words. Write 1 paragraph. Do 10 push-ups. Why? Because doing something keeps the habit alive. It proves to your brain that you are still in charge, not the laziness. Action creates momentum, and momentum makes everything easier. When you take action every day, it stops being a decision and starts being a reflex. You don't wake up and ask, "Should I brush my teeth today?" You just do it. That is where we want to take your goals. We want your English practice and your work habits to become as automatic as breathing. Imagine your life 3 months from now, if you never skipped a day. Imagine the confidence of knowing that no matter what happens, you will move forward. That feeling is the opposite of laziness. That feeling is freedom. Don't wait for the perfect result. In the beginning, your work might be slow. Your English might be broken. Your ideas might be messy. That's fine. Perfection is the enemy of progress. The goal isn't to be perfect today. The goal is to be present today. Build a daily system. Fix a time. Fix a place. And show up. Every day you act, you move one step closer to your dream. Every day you don't, you move one step back. There is no standing still in life. You are either growing or you are decaying. Repeat this. I don't defeat laziness once. I defeat it every single day through action. Stop looking at the mountain. Just look at the next step. Take it. Then take the next one tomorrow. This is how you kill laziness for good, by making action your permanent state of being. Lesson 7. Become comfortable with discomfort. If you have followed the journey of this video so far, you now know that laziness is a lie, that starting is the hardest part, and that discipline must replace comfort. But there is one final, deeper level to this battle. If you truly want to kill laziness for the rest of your life, you must do the one thing most people spend their entire lives avoiding. You must become comfortable with being uncomfortable. Laziness is a creature of comfort. It lives in the soft places. It grows when things are easy, when there is no challenge, and when you always choose the path of least resistance. But the moment you step into the cold of discomfort, laziness begins to wither and die. Think about this. Almost everything that can actually improve your life is uncomfortable. Waking up at 5 a.m. Uncomfortable. Studying English grammar for an hour. Uncomfortable. Going to the gym when you're tired. Uncomfortable. Having a difficult conversation to fix a relationship. Uncomfortable. Because our brains are wired for survival, they see discomfort as a signal of danger. Your mind sends a message. Stop. This is hard. Go back to the sofa. Go back to the phone. If you listen to that signal, you stay safe, but you also stay small. You become a prisoner of your own comfort zone. Strong people, the winners, the masters, the creators, think differently. They don't run away from the burn of effort. They run toward it. They understand a fundamental law of the universe. Discomfort is the price of admission for greatness. When you feel that internal resistance, that feeling of I really don't want to do this, that is actually a good sign. It means you are at the frontier of your growth. It means you are about to get stronger. If you stay in that uncomfortable space and do the work anyway, your comfort zone expands. Things that used to feel impossible start to feel normal. Things that used to be a struggle become a habit. Imagine your life if you stopped fearing the hard parts. Imagine if, every time you felt lazy, you realized it was just a signal to push harder. You would become a force of nature. You would build a level of resilience that no distraction could break. Don't ask, why is this so hard? Instead, ask, who is this making me become? Every minute you spend in the discomfort zone is shaping you. It's building the version of you that is capable of achieving the dreams you've written down. Mastering discomfort is the ultimate freedom. Once you are no longer afraid of being tired, or bored, or frustrated, laziness has no more weapons to use against you. You have taken its power away. You have chosen growth over ease. We have covered a lot today on StoryWise. We've talked about the lies your mind tells you, the power of the 5-minute rule, the necessity of discipline, the management of your energy, and the destruction of excuses. But all of this information is useless if it stays in your head. Knowledge is not power. Applied knowledge is power. Laziness is not your personality. It is not your destiny. It is a set of chains you have allowed to be wrapped around you. And today is the day you break them. Your future self is either going to thank you for the work you did today, or regret the time you wasted. Which one will it be? Your dreams are waiting on the other side of action. They aren't waiting for the right time. They are waiting for you. Don't let another day slip through your fingers. Don't let another hour be stolen by a screen. Take control of your time. Protect your energy. Choose discipline when your body begs for comfort. Start before you are ready, and keep moving until you are finished. And remember, every time you watch a video like this, every time you listen to these English words and process these deep concepts, you are growing. You are becoming more fluent, more confident, and more capable. You are already taking action just by being here. Now, take that momentum and apply it to the most important task on your list today. Your life is a story. Make sure it's a story worth telling. If this lesson hit home for you, if you're ready to kill laziness and start living, then show us some support. Like this video, subscribe to StoryWise, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a lesson that can change your life. Leave a comment below with the words, "I am taking action," to let us and the community know that you are starting your journey today. We read your comments and we are rooting for your success. Thank you for watching, thank you for learning, and thank you for being part of this community. Stop waiting. Start moving.